Most people think that cash is safe. Cash is the least safe investment. It just doesn't have the same volatility to it.
What's up, guys? Ben here, and welcome to Motivation to Invest. With central banks from around the world printing trillions of dollars in stimulus packages and government debt at an all-time high, many fear that the government's printing of money will cause paper currency to be devalued.
But in the end, everybody cannot just print money, or let's put it this way, never in history has that worked in the long term. It may work in the short term, but if it works, eventually all currencies are debased and people have to look for something stable. Now, back to gold and silver. Throughout history, people like me have always turned to gold and silver in times like this. I mean, you weren't asking about gold yet, but David, the politicians and the academics and the bureaucrats tell you gold is not worth it. Gold is a barbarous relic. That's what they call it. Maybe, but peasants like me throughout history know that gold and silver, okay, it may be a barbarous relic, but I'm going to own it.
Why do you think there's such a political incentive? And this is not the first time I've heard someone say this, but why do you think there's such a political incentive for the governments to keep a distance from gold? Why would they want to subdue the populace from owning gold?
Well, historically, it was because gold was money and was in the money system. That's why in the 30s, America confiscated everybody's gold and made it illegal, and the British and other people as well. It was the money system. It's not now, but still, it is a way where politicians will lose control. I mean, in 1971, Richard Nixon said we have to stop using gold, and he did, because they were losing control. And politicians don't like to lose control. And so gold is the obvious place where peasants like me will go in bad times. And I'm not the only peasant. When things get really rough, there are going to be millions, trillions hundreds of millions of peasants like me. And so they will have to try to do something.
So with all this madness going on in the economy and the printing of money like crazy, gold has reached all-time highs, smashing through $2,000 per ounce. Bank of America and many large institutes have upgraded their gold buy point to $3,000 per ounce. And some analysts are even predicted gold will skyrocket to over $10,000 per ounce.
You know, printing and borrowing staggering amounts of money. All of us peasants know, we may not have studied economics at an Ivy League university, but we know that when you print money and borrow money, subconsciously we know this leads to problems. And so more and more of us are turning to gold and silver.
It's not just retail investors. Warren Buffett recently just purchased Barrick gold shares. Is he late to the party?
Well, I doubt it. If I'm right, gold is going to go much, much, much higher before this is over. Gold it'll certainly get overpriced. It may well turn into a bubble. I hope it doesn't, because if it turns into a bubble, I'll have to sell it. And I never want to sell I want my children to have my gold and silver someday. The world is really doing strange, unusual things. Never before in the history of the world have interest rates been negative. Never and before has a major bank like the Bank of Japan said, we will print unlimited amounts of money. Sure, Zimbabwe prints unlimited amounts of money. Countries have done it. But now you have major people doing it. So, yeah, this could turn into a huge bubble, and gold and silver could go much, much higher. I expect them to go much, much higher before this is over.
He asked you what you think about gold prices, and you had said that gold's going to the moon, but nothing goes up in a straight line. Have we already seen the major retracement that you would have expected?
Oh, yes. What I said to Jim was, usually when something has a bubble or semi-bubble like gold did in 2011, and then it pops, it corrects by 50%. that's just the way markets work. I wasn't talking about gold. I was just talking about markets when I said that. We've certainly had the major correction. I thought it might be a little more, but I'm not good at market timing. So no, we've had that correction. Doesn't mean we won't have more corrections. I mean, all markets have corrections, but I've been a buyer of gold since the summer of 2019, and I continue to buy.
If you guys are interested in gold and silver mining stocks, I have some previous videos on them, and I'll leave those in the link below. So what are your thoughts on Buffett's U-turn, and do you think gold is entering a new bull market? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll join in the discussion. Also, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. That really helps out with the YouTube algorithm, which allows me to create more great content like this for you guys. In addition, if you want more investing tips and exclusive stock picks, which I personally am investing into, then you should definitely subscribe to this channel and turn that notification bell on. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Invest safe.